sufficient credit to make this call. To make this call. To make this call. You do not have sufficient credit to make this call.
For me, it means, I suppose, somebody not feeling part of this world, really. I think it's like when somebody's not being able to talk about what's, bothering them, or, confront any problems that they have, really, and just not seeing any way out of it.
The physical signs, I think people maybe can't sleep, they get anxious, they get nervous, they can't concentrate on things, maybe.
I think the biggest advice someone could give is to talk about it, just to tell someone how they're feeling, even if they are confused about how they're feeling.
I would say go for help. Talk to someone, a friend or your doctor. They're dealing with this day in, day out. And as I said, even talk to somebody close in your family. But definitely talk to someone and let someone know how you feel. People find it hard to deal with everyday life. Like something happens to them and it affects them so badly that they just can't get on with their life. And it gets them down from not able to cope. And usually I suppose it happens when something traumatic happens in their life, that they find it hard to deal with.
Because it's not easy to ask for help, but if people do feel they can be open to someone they trust, and
they withdraw themselves from the world, especially if they were so happy with it before. It's like it's so opposite to the way they are feeling now at the moment.
People can turn to any drug just to make them feel better. That's what drugs are, they change your mood. Part of the culture, Irish culture too, isn't it? Yeah. It's like we're expected to drink. It can be hard, I think, sometimes to spot. I think the best advice is go see someone.
I might just open one can just to get me back into me again.
It helps build the happy hormones, I suppose, in people as well. To let themselves be open and to ask for help is a big thing.
That's it, myself, if I have a bad day, I'll probably go home and have a drink.
Get into a very sad state of mind and a very dark place. They don't really know what to do with themselves.
It's common knowledge that alcohol is a depressant.
I think they find it hard to cope, that they can't get on with life, as they used to. Like they withdraw into themselves, some people, some people are very good at hiding it. They can put a face on it.
I feel there's a lot more underlining that has to happen before they can even consider medication. Maybe counselling could help, or getting other activities in their lives. Exercise is a good outlet.
It's like living in a sad, dark place. They feel helpless, hopeless about life.
It means it's kind of like if someone is sad or upset or just kind of like a state of mind, I think. It's like a mental problem sometimes, or an issue.
I would imagine it must be like living in a black tunnel.
Like life, things happen in life, good things happen in life, bad things happen in life, and it's just learning to deal with them.
For others, I don't think medication is the answer, because obviously medication has its own effects.
When someone would disclose themselves from the rest of the group.
And you don't know what that wonderful thing is going to be. You just don't know. And I suppose that's one of the best things, not knowing what is ahead. And that's great, Tomorrow can be the greatest day of your life.
I don't know if condition is the right word. So yeah, I just think it needs to be in the wider context. It's not a case of medication and medication only.
I think they feel that their life is ruined, and that they just see no future in anything. I know from even reading that, Patrick Hofford, I don't know if you've heard of that guy, he does loads of books.
Like, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, as you said, like, bad things can happen, but also fantastic things can happen. You just don't know. Like, that's life, like good things happen as well,
Could turn to drugs to get high, to try and cheer themselves up. They could think that a high would make them happy, and for a couple of hours of being happy, they would like to go do some drugs. Alcohol, it could be the same thing. They could decide that they feel very sad, very depressed. They go out, have few drinks and plan on having a good night with their friends.
And like everybody has things that will knock them down and they will affect them. And it is just getting back up again.
Because I think at some point in people's lives, I think everybody suffers from depression at some point in their lives. You know, I think we all have waves of ups and downs, so I think...
So with friends, they would prefer to be on their own. They don't like mixing with other people, and there could be signs of self-harming.
You don't need to be knowing things about me or how I get stressed or why I get stressed or anything like that. You better not be the person playing.